Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I feel so horrible. I was definitely supposed to record a video in January. I haven't seen you guys, or I haven't recorded a video for you guys since November, and I feel horrible, but I have been like all over doing a lot of different things, and you know, I don't know. It's just been a little wild. I know that I want to grow this channel, and I know I have to be more consistent with posting videos, because it's not like I don't have things to talk about. So it's like, what are you doing, sis? But hey, I'm here. I'm here today. I'm gonna share what's going on, what's been going on with me with nursing, and where I'm at with it right now. So your girl is tired. I'm very, very tired. And as you guys already know, if you've been here, you know that I write things down. So if I'm looking off to the side, that is what I'm looking at. Okay. So yeah, your girl is tired. Your girl is very, very, very tired. So a couple of weeks ago, a good friend of mine told me that nurses start to feel burnt out around year 4 or 5. And I believe I'm coming up on year 4, and your girl is tired. Like, I could not agree with that anymore, because your girl is tired. I'm tired of the bedside. I'm tired of med-surg. I'm not tired of nursing altogether, but I'm tired of my current situation. So I'll say that. Yeah. So as you guys already know, I'm working on the med-surg units. Everyone that's a nurse, or even if you're not really a nurse, everyone knows that med-surg is a very hard unit to work on. It's been some back and forth for the last couple of years. Like, I've been seeing a lot of people say, that you should start off in med-surg, but then there's a lot of people who say that you should not start off on med-surg. To me, for me, this is just my opinion. You guys could agree, not agree. We could talk about it in the comments. Whatever you guys want to do, we can do. But for me, if you want to go into things like case management, UAS, different home care positions, I do feel like you should have some sort of nursing foundation. It's important. It's important to know how to do the skills that med-surg nurses know how to do. It's important to learn how to talk to doctors and things like that. I think, that's where my mistake was. Like, when I first started nursing, I was in case management. I don't know who told me to go to case management, honestly. I really don't know who told me to go there. But it was a job. It was offered to me. I was making $85,000, and it was the most money I had ever been offered in life. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go for that. But I quickly found out that I needed some sort of hospital background, especially like when it came to wounds and things like that, because it was like, okay, sometimes when a patient comes home, or when a patient is on home care services, the doctor may ask you, like, Nurse Shuford, what do you suggest we do? What creams do you suggest we use? Like, okay, and they'll ask you these type of things, and you don't want to be like, I don't know. So I do feel like having some sort of hospital med-surg background is definitely a plus. Just my opinion. Once again, I don't know. Yeah, so working on the med-surg unit is very, very, very difficult. It's difficult. And what makes it more difficult, like always, is the staffing. So there is almost never enough staff. Never enough staff, which means the nurse to patient ratio that they have created, which I believe is 1 to 6 or something like that. It's like most days you'll get it, but there is some days where you just won't. Like, that nurse to patient ratio goes out the window, So because there's just not enough staff. And, if there is enough staff, there's not enough techs. So there has been plenty of times, especially on the weekends, where we have a full house, which consists of like 36 patients. It is only 1 or 2 techs on the floor. Like, how are these patients getting cleaned? Like, you do the best you can, but somebody, the truth of the matter is somebody may be sitting in poop for a little longer than what they should be, because there's 1 or 2 patient care techs on the floor, and then you're the nurse, and you're trying to medicate, you're getting orders left and right. There's not enough nurses on the floor. Just a lot going on. So sometimes it's very, very hard to give patients the quality care that they need. Like, I'm just being honest. So yeah, that not having enough hands on deck takes away from patient care. Like, it really does. Like, if there's no techs on the floor, you, the nurse, got to do finger sticks before the patients can eat. You got to do vitals. And while these things may seem like, oh, it's easy, it's quick, it's not always easy and quick, especially when you have a multitude of things going on. So, and let's not forget, if you have a patient with wounds, or a patient that needs to be turned and repositioned every 2 hours, when these patients have these needs and there's nobody on the floor to assist them, it's a fucking wrap. And your day can easily turn into a shit show. Like, you can come in the morning and be fully expecting to be fully staffed, or to, do everything according to how it's supposed to be done. And it just doesn't happen. And it's not because you don't want it to happen. It's just simply because there's just not enough hands on deck. Right? So, every day that I show up to work, I'm going to take care of my patients to the best of my ability. If I decide to get up, go in my car, and drive to work, drive the hour that it takes me to get there, I'm going to do the best that I can. It's just really as simple as that. So, nurses just feel a lot, myself included, and a lot of other nurses that I know, we're just feeling real tired. Like, it's just a lot. It's not an easy job. It's not that perfect world that, nursing school and UWorld and Kaplan, like, they like to portray. It's just really not that. You just have to be prepared for that. Right? So I am making a move out of Med-surg and into psych, right? I'm going to be going into psych nursing. An opportunity had presented itself, and I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, let me try it, because later on, like, once I get some experience, I have been thinking about doing psych nurse practitioner. So in order for me to qualify for that, I would have to have some psych experience, even though working on the unit that I work on, we have a lot of psych patients, but it's not considered a psych unit. So yeah, I do need some psych experience. So like I said, an opportunity presented itself. It came to me, and I was like, okay, this may be a good fit for me. It's closer to home. The hours are a little better. Instead of being 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., it's 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I could be home by like 7:15. That cuts down on the driving and the traffic. So, it's looking like it's gonna work out, but we'll see. So yeah. I am making a move into psych. I'm gonna hold on to Med-surg for a little while longer, but by summertime, I think I'm gonna completely let go of Med-surg and just be doing psych. Okay. So yeah, that's just where I'm at with it. I'm honestly just tired of giving my all to a job And then when I come home, I don't have anything left to give to my fiance or my kids because I've been working all day and I'm tired. It's like I don't think that they deserve they do deserve to have me fully present, fully, available to them, not so like aggravated and tired and grouchy all the time. So that's really another reason why um I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward in my career and making that decision to come out of Med-surg. Honestly, I'm seeing a lot of nurses, a lot of older nurses who are still working and they're older and they probably wish that they would have moved on and did some other things, but they didn't for whatever the reason. And they're older, they're mean, they're bitter, and I just don't want that to be me. Like, granted, everybody's not going to love their job, everybody's not going to love what they do, but I want to be happy. I want to feel fulfilled. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be bitter, because when you're mean and when you're bitter, like, how good of a job are you really doing? Like, when you think about it, like, how good of a job are you really doing if you're upset all the time and mean? I just don't want that to be me, and that's when, those nurses, those type of nurses that are like bitter and mean, they're not good nurses. They don't take care of their patients and they come to work to make everybody else's life hell. I don't ever want that to be me, so I'm really mindful of that. I want to keep the compassion that I have. I love being a nurse and I want to always love being a nurse, So that's really the reason as to why I have made this decision to move on. So it's been a rough one. It's been a rough decision to make because I honestly love the unit that I work on, even on its hard days. I love the unit that I work on. I love the people that I work with. I have a supportive manager, but I just know that all things have to come to an end, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know that the nurse friends that I've made there, they'll support me because that's just who they are. So I'm good. I'm good. One thing that like solidified this decision for me is I had an incident at work with a tech. I won't go into full detail, but she was like very, very nasty to me. And it caused me to have to get out of character. Well, not get out of character because it is who I am, but it caused me to have to act in a way that I don't want to act at work. Like when you fought so hard to not be a certain way and then somebody does something and it brings you right back to that place, it's like, let's pump the brakes. Let's think about this because it just isn't worth it. It just isn't worth it for me. It's just, I gotta move on. And it's just, I've been feeling this way. And then like the incident with her really just like solidified it for me. And I'm like, I gotta say bye to this place before I get my ass kicked out because I'm just crazy. My mouth gets really crazy, especially when I feel like I'm being disrespected. I don't want to be disrespected. I don't want to be disrespectful. So it's just like you gotta know when to step off of certain things. That's not even just with nursing. That's with things in general. I have a lot of other things on my head and a lot of other ideas, a lot of things that I want to do with my life, and nursing isn't always at the forefront of that. And that's okay. Hopefully I can work myself into a position where I can work like part-time or per diem because there's just so many other things that I want to get into. So, like I said, with that being said, I'm just going to do psych and med-surg for a little bit, and then I'm gonna cut med-surg out altogether and I'll just be a psych nurse. And we'll see what the future holds. Hopefully it'll be something that I love, because like I said, I am considering going into a psych NP program. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. What specialties are you guys in? Are you loving it? Are you liking it? Have you worked psych before? If you have, what was your experience? Are you working med-surg? Like, what's your experience? Like, how are you liking it? How are you loving it? How are you not liking it? Like, let's talk in the comments and let's get the conversation flowing. I promise moving forward to be more active on this YouTube channel, because I really, really, really want to grow this channel, and I know that I could. So I know like consistency and discipline go hand in hand. And these are the things that I have to, adopt in order for me to grow the channel. So yeah, I'm kind of rushing off of here because I just came home from work. I'm tired, and I definitely do have to make my lunch for tomorrow. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.